Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm back with another part of our How to Make a Junk Journal series, and I'm actually making a junk journal for a challenge. So I'm like moving around doing a variety of things that I need to do for the challenge. At the same time, I don't like the white space, so I'm going to show you some ways that I take care of the white space things to the back to cover up the white space on pages. So for this one, I am going to go with the very simple, and you've already seen me do this a couple times, but I'm going to add, we want to go from the inside to the outside, we discovered, because the most important place for it to stick is on the outside. I'm going to do a half a side at a time, hoping that that will help it to stick. And so I want to make sure my words are in the right order. Remember, I've already gone through and taken the ply off of my napkin. So where these creases are, I'm going to pick it up and smooth it. Oh well, I'm not going to go back. Pick it up and smooth it out, okay? And yes, I messed up over there, but that's okay. We'll take care of that here in just a minute, okay? So up here, I want to go ahead and make sure I've got that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, starting from the inside and working the way out. One of the things that happens with the adding a napkin, you get a wonderful texture. It's like, okay, so there is a line on this one, so I want to make sure I'm good with that line. I'm okay with the wrinkles. I figure embrace the wrinkles, right? Okay, so that, and we'll go ahead and let that dry. But there we have added this to this page, and I love it. I know that I'm going to go ahead and go around and I'm going to cut off, and on these I'm going to cut off my white edge. So now you can go ahead and glue and flip up and frame it with that napkin if you wanted to. I'm just going to go ahead and cut around the outside. So this is the actual napkin print, and so then I'll have that I can use other places in the journal. You saw I've already done a couple of guest checks using this napkin. And that was the day I just wanted to make something, so I picked an easy one. I picked the guest checks, and we made those. That is part of the September Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge. Okay, so yeah, so that's the full process for me of adding this to the back. Now, yes, I have a little compromise here, and there's a variety of ways I'm going to be able to take care of that. I might go ahead and add some washi there. I might come in with some of the other napkin. I could add tea bag there. Lots and lots of choices. So yeah, okay. So let's move on to the next way of adding to the back of a digital page, okay, where the white space is. And so then I'm going to want to go ahead and fold this it just won't take up as much room on my desk, and it can go into my pile of finished and ready to use items. You saw napkin, so using the napkin. So I have a print of the bubble paper that comes from the Blue and Birds 2 digital kit, and I am going to go ahead and I am, you know what, let's go ahead and we'll fold this in half. So I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, and then I can put this in here. And so I'm going to go ahead and put glue down on this side. So you'll remember this page from the envelope day. And so let's go ahead and start in the center and move our way out to the outside, because the outside is where I need the best amount and the wettest glue. So, okay, so there we go. And we're going to go ahead and lay this fold down into this crease. Okay, fold down into this crease. And I want to make, yeah, there we go. Okay. And put it down. Okay, and then I'm going to use this to get my, where I'm going to cut. Okay, so because of the envelope, I'm going to go in from this one edge. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut around my edge. So the map page was 8 by 8. So this is going to be a little smaller than what our pages would usually be. But that's okay. And this way, hopefully we'll have them pretty even. And I'm going to go around that. I'm going to come back here because you see I got a little wonky. There we go. Okay. So that's going to give me my other side. So I'm going to have this nice thick page right here. And then I'm going to have this page. And then I have this. Okay, and so I need a double edge pocket is one of the things that I need for my challenge. So one of the elements or embellishments that I need to have. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut that also. I just want the natural of that envelope showing. And we'll come over here and do the same thing. Maybe. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be able to fold up. But so your double edge pocket, your pockets need to be facing to the outside of your what you're making. And what we need to do here is I need this to come back. I want it to go down inside the pocket a little bit. This is going to give us a much better feel, a much better stability right here. And so I'm going to go ahead. So I've folded that over, and now I'm going to reopen it, and I'm going to put glue on it. Glue. And this is how I like to make. I mean, I've made them a variety of ways, but I have this piece right here that I want to use, and it's going to make a perfect double edge pocket. Now, I have this is stabilized right here, and so I'm gonna want 2 pockets, making it a double edge pocket, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it 2 of the thumb holes. That just makes it so much easier to put things in and out. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink this. Okay, so ink is one of the things that we need to use. The paper for this came out of my stash box. So it was actually that journal, the started journal that I found in the stash box. It was just a bunch of pages that were already ready to be a journal. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to want to go ahead and go around this also. It's just going to make this look more antique, more vintage. And I really like the way this burnt or brushed corduroy is looking on the bubble paper. Yeah, so, okay, so there I have that. We'll go ahead and do this so we can go around this area also. Okay. Now, to get my pocket closed, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to come down here and I am going to put glue on this edge. Just a little. That'll help the pocket close a little tighter, and it'll hold things a little better. So I'm going to put glue on the top and on the bottom and across the middle, separating these into 2 pockets and then closing that. Okay, so this is my double edge pocket. You see the pockets are here on the edge, and there's 2 of them, making it a double edge pocket. Sometimes I use you've seen me use the tag page to make this, but this time I used a full page, and it's just because I had this floppy page hanging out, so that gave me a little different double edge pocket. And now I have 2 pockets. So I have a pocket here and I have a pocket here. And I've used ink, okay, and I've used a page of Dear Julie Julie Digital. Remember, I need to use 10 pages of Dear Julie Julie Digitals in this challenge. Now, all of my inserts I'm going to be making, or I can make, during the on the other part of the challenge. And so let's see. So I need to add either trash or stencils or something that I've hoarded, books and pages, unused digitals, stamps, textures, sprays or inks, envelopes, or fabric, rub-ons, or it's supposed to be ribbon, fabrics, ribbon, or trim. Okay, so there is an area here, and you know, I have an unused digital. Okay, this is an unused digital. Usually an unused digital is a digital that for some reason it was unusable. Okay, and so in this case it didn't print all the way. So I've put the other piece in to be a page, because it printed okay, but this did not. So what if we took this, and this would be our unused digital, and we'll make a little pocket right here. Okay. Because I love pockets and I cannot lie. I also used ink on this, so that counts too. But I'm trying to use up all the things, so I have them all crossed off, and then I can just continue to use things. Okay, so this is unused digital. It's the U in Stash Buster. I'll put double edge pocket. That's where we used it. Okay. And I still have this other piece, but there. Okay, so we've inked it. We've added this. That's two things that we've done to it. And then, let's see, I think I have that. It's in the wrong direction. I have this. You know what? We have not used any of the mini. So let's see if we can find a little piece of the bird. Here's some bird ephemera. Okay, and I think if we go ahead and use the postage scissors, and we can go ahead and cut along here and turn this into like a postage stamp. Okay. So if I was going to buy crafting scissors, I would get the postage stamp scissors. You could also use the, I was going to say rickrack, the zigzag scissors. Okay. So, so what I'm going to do here, because I have this little tuck pocket here, I'm going to go ahead first. I'm going to, we'll go ahead and distress this. And we'll distress this. Okay, and I'm going to lift it. It'll be fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to do what I call building a pocket. And so it's continuing the pocket out. So this edge, I'm going to continue the pocket out. But over here, I'm going to go ahead and glue. And that'll be able to glue down. Okay. So what we have is this is open like that. And then I'm going to put that in there because it fits perfectly. And yeah, that fits perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and we'll grab the cancellation stamp, and I just don't want it to go past there, so I'm going to go ahead and do that just for just in case. Okay, we'll go ahead and stamp. And okay, so I also use stamps on this one. Got a stamp pad stuck in the wrong spot. Okay, so that is my double edge pocket, and I have added an unused digital, a digital from the Dear Julie Julie, stamps, inking all to this page, and this already has its little goodie inside of it. So I'll be making the things for this during other, but that's my double edge pocket. So if you can imagine, it's going to have, it'll have things in the two pockets, okay? And this will fit into the journal like this, okay? So the binding would be here, and you'll go ahead and go through. You see, I did go back and I did ink those pages, and we'll be inking this one as well. Okay, so another page that we're going to want to do is, so we did the double tuck, and now we have done the, this one is the double edge pocket, and those are ones that I would want done before I put my journal together. Okay, I would want those pages already made. It's much easier to make them before than to make them after. Now I like, so this particular journal, because it's for the challenge, it's going to be pretty decorated. Okay, it'll be pretty embellished. And so some of the other things, we still have to make a cover. We have several other pages that we need to do, and embellishments. So, okay, so there's that. And, okay, so double tuck here, there's that. That's going to open. This will be a binding area. Then we have our double edge pocket that we just made, and we have this is the envelope part of our double tuck. Okay, so on to the next one. Okay, so I need to add a second digital into this journal. So I'm bringing in the Patreon basic kit from a couple months ago. And so this is one of the side-by-side pages. And we are going to make our flip-flop with a flap. And so we are going to go ahead and we're going to fold this. That's the first thing. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and bring this back in this direction. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and fold it this direction. Okay, so that is what I have so far. So I've taken this and I folded it really close to the line there. And so this is going to be the page that I'm going to have. And this is going to come over and it will be a little belly band, or not belly band, border tuck. Okay, right in here. And so I want to go ahead and I'm going to show you another way that you can add a page. Okay, a digital page. And I have this one. It's kind of interesting. It's got a few things going on here. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to mark, see, it's an inch. Okay, so my glue can start at an inch, and it is going to go, I'm going to go straight across here and here. And you see we've got it hang over here. That's okay. we're going to have a hang. We're going to have a hang on both sides. Okay, so we're going to start this. Let's line this up. I'm going to start my glue at 1 inch and go all the way over to the edge. Start my glue at 1 inch and go all the way over. Make sure there's glue to the edge. And I'm going to go ahead and put some glue along there. Okay, now we'll take this piece and we'll go to that inch and line it up. Okay. And we've made 2 large pockets. Okay. This one, we're going to go ahead and it's going to become a policy pocket. Okay, so you'll be able to open that and put something in here. Now we're going to come to this side, and this side we're going to flip this all the way over. And lay that down. Okay. And there's a pocket in there also. Okay. Now let's find our fold. Okay. Find our fold. Okay, so what do we got? We've got this with that. Okay. And that's the size, it's a little pocket there. And then this fold over and it has a big pocket. Okay. Now, this is going to be our flip-flop here. Okay. And so when you do a flip-flop, you can use a variety of papers. Okay. And I'm going to use a piece of the avocado dyed paper because it's right here. Okay, you could do lined paper. Okay, and let's see. It's going to be interesting because this is different than what I normally do. Okay, so if we go there, then we need to fold here. Okay, so here's my fold right here. So I'm making sure I'm even down here. I'm going to fold it up. Okay, so what's going to happen is this. Right now, this is what you're going to see, that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a waterfall flip-flop with a flip. Okay, so something different. I have this going like this, okay? And this is my flip-flop with a flap, okay? Okay, so we've taken a full sheet of paper. We went ahead and made sure that it was going to fit within a full page, okay? And so that's how I got this measurement, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 3/4, and then then there's a fold, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another fold, and that one folds in. Okay, So when this is all closed up, this is what you have for right now. Okay, now we need to take this out, and I want this to be a true flip-flop, which means that the flip-flop, this is the flip-flop part, is going to be attached to the flap. So I'm going to take and fold this over at about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and I've got it lined up down there. And go ahead and fold it down. Okay, fold, fold. So we've got this little fold right here. And then we're going to take and we'll fold it again the other. Well, it'll be fine. Just needs to go that way. So my glue is going to go on this part right here, because I want this to attach to that flip out page. Okay, so this is going to go in the crease, and down. So this is different than we've done before. Okay, and it's down, so when I fold this, it's going to take those pages. Now the other thing that has happened is that has left this open, so my binding can actually go here. Okay, my binding can actually go right there. That's on purpose. That's how I did it this time. Now you can add your flip-flop after you've done your binding. Okay, so there it is. It's going to flip over like that, and that adds all that journaling space that you can journal in your journal. We still have this, and we still have the pocket. And so the other thing is, so it is a flip-flop with a flap. So this is the flap, and so this is different than what you've seen me do before. Okay, now let's see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the white. And yeah, I could have done all that before, but then my lines wouldn't be straight. So we'll go with the straight lines of the paper. Okay. I'm like, should I go ahead and cut that? Okay, so just so you know that is okay. So it might be like that, and our binding would be there. Okay, so I like this. Okay, so then I'm going to want to add, we can add something to the flap here, or to the front. I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll go with some lace. We can add just a little piece of this lace. So we'll add this here. Okay. So there's that. This is light enough that with a dark pen, you could go ahead and write on this. Let's see. I think we'll add a sticker. Like I said, we're going to be inking also. This is a big sticker. Let's cut it down. We'll use the other piece somewhere else. So these are the label stickers that I got from Temu. I've really enjoyed using them. Look how nice that looks. Okay, and then we'll grab a little piece of the drywall tape. There we go. And you know, might add like a flower or something up there. But I like that because it also strengthened that edge. But I really like the way that that looks. Another way to get rid of the background is to add ink. And so you can just go ahead and ink around the outside, just like we've been doing on other things. Okay, so just giving it that, oh, we only want one here at a time, giving it that look. Okay, and then I do want to add some to the center, a little more to the corners, kind of like okay. Again, I'm using brushed corduroy distress ink from Ranger. And that is my favorite because it is lighter. Should probably put it on this side since I am right-handed. Okay, remember that the first place that you put your ink down is going to be the darkest. Okay, so you might want to have a lighter hand when you start, or to start in a corner. Okay, so just adding ink is one way. Okay, another thing, you can go ahead and come in and add a stencil. So I have this one, and with the leaves falling down, and I think that that might be kind of pretty. So I'm gonna find my green stamp pad. Okay. So, and I'll need my green Billy Bobber. Okay, and I use this, it's green. It's like any greens I'll use with this. Okay, so I am going to want to come down. Okay. And then across. Because I do want this to be able to be a okay, we'll come right here. And this one. Okay, then we can go ahead and add just a little bit of the darker in here, and that'll give you a variety. if you want it to go down a little further, you can go ahead and take it down a little further. And I'm going to come over here and make sure that I'm on the inside of that page. Okay. Okay. So adding stenciling, and that gives me that wonderful, wonderful page. So adding ink to a page is a great way. And then we can also, while we're at it, while we've got the stencil out, I think we'll go ahead and we'll stencil this one also. Okay, so okay. Just giving so that we have a little bit of different colors, and then I'm going to come and bring both of these down so I have color all the way or a little further down. Okay, so adding the stenciling there, and so I get to mark off stenciling off of that. Okay, so now this is, I'm going to end up going around either cutting the edge off, the white edge, or distressing the outside edge of these. Okay, but that gives me another page for the journal, and I like this one because by adding stenciling and ink, we have not added any bulk to the journal. Okay, so yeah, so there, that is what we have for that one. Okay, so another way that we can ink, now we're gonna need, I'm gonna want to do the ink around the outside again, but just lightly. Okay, but you see that that's where I started, so that's where the most ink is. So I'm going to go ahead and come back in and go kind of back and forth around that. And you can just do corners if, you know, you'll get used to what you like. And I'm using the sponge dauber is what I like to use for this. It's rounded and that makes it more forgiving. Okay, so I will do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to be close to having all of our decorated papers that need to be done before I bind. This is how I choose to do this. You can go ahead, grab your papers and bind them. The other thing that I want to do is any stitching that I'm going to do, I will do that before I bind the journal. Okay, so sewing machine stitching is what I mean. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to do polka dots, and I'm just going to use the dauber for polka dots. It's another way to add color to a page. No bulk, pretty quick, and especially if you already have it out. Last month I used the square ink pads, and we did ink squares. Okay, so that is what I have with that, and I actually really like it. So now for something a little different on this one, I'm going to mix my stencil with my stamping, and I'm going to bring in the blue. Okay, so I have this handwriting stencil, and so now I need my blue dauber. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing that we did before. This might work better with my brush. Okay, so blue. I haven't used the blue on with the brush. Yeah, this works. These work really good with stencils. I just want the look of the handwriting. Okay, so up there, and then I think we'll put some over here. Okay, and I may get some of these other colors, and that's, oh, am I on the brown? I am. Okay, well, let's switch to blue. We'll have blue and brown on this. It's okay. Okay, make sure that we're on it. Okay. So, a little mixture. We've got ink, we've got the dauber stamping, and we've got the stencil. Okay, so that gives us a variety, and yeah, and then I still have some color on this. So I'm just going to come and let some come out. Okay, so yeah, so I got this from Spectrum Art Creations. It was a set, I think a set of 10. And so a variety of colors that I can use like that. And I love it. They're easy to find. Okay, so ink, print, stencil, ink, stencil, you're gonna see this tomorrow, but napkin on a page, and then we did our pages. So we have our flip-flop. Okay, our flip-flop still needs a flap. Okay, but that's our flip-flop. We did that. We did a flip-flop page, and we did our double edge pocket page. Okay, so several different ones. Remember, a couple days ago we did the double tuck with using the envelopes. So this right here gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. I need 60 pages at least, front and back. Can be large or small in my journal. This right here is going to give me 20, because the way that you count a page is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I have 5 and they have 4 pieces. So right now that's going to give me 20. Okay. And so we did some that didn't add a lot of bulk. And this one that gave us some stabilization, which is going to be awesome because we'll be able to add something to that, and it won't be as flippy floppy as if it was just contact or copy paper. Okay, so there you go. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then plus just plain ink would be 6 page ideas for you. And remember the flip-flop, we also showed you how to use a piece of paper on top of paper and have the flaps on either side. Okay, so several ideas here. This one using a side-by-side page. Okay, and some avocado dyed paper, and you can see I did go back and I have inked that and this, and I still need to ink the inside of there. I missed that, but we'll get to that. So yeah, so adding a napkin or tissue paper, stenciling and printing and inking and stenciling. And then I showed you my flip-flop, which is a fun way to add more journaling space, and a double edge pocket. This is just one way to make the double edge pocket. Okay, the main thing on your double edge pocket is it needs to go to the edge of your page. It can be the edge of the page out here, or it can be the edge, it can be the inside edge, but you need to be able to flip it so that you can easily get those things out of the pocket. Okay, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're planning to come back for more. We're here every day at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time with a new video, and right now we are making a journal, and I'm showing you all the steps as long as the camera doesn't eat the footage. You are getting all the steps to how I am making my journal for the September Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge. Today was pages. Have an amazing day. Don't forget that Friday is our fun day, and it is live, and we have fun. We will have 2 weeks worth of the Do the Thing. Do the Thing is when you comment on a video, you get in the Do the Thing drawing. And so we will have the Do the Thing drawings. Remember, the Friday freebie will be up sometime today. You can go ahead and print that and join us on Friday with it. And we're going to be making something using that freebie. And, you know, the freebies are available at buymeacoffee.com/DearJulieJulie. They're available in the public section of Patreon, the Dear Julie Julie Patreon at patreon.com/DearJulieJulie. And they're always available in the files section of the crafty community. So the Dear Julie Julie crafty community. Check those out, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye. Bye-bye.